Good morning, YouTube. Azrael back at you. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. It's, a little cold, a little nippy. I know you guys see me do this jacket in almost every video I'm in. It's usually when I'm outside because the weather isn't really consistently cold for me to break out my heavier coats. So I happen to like it. My wife picked this coat out, and I usually wear it a lot just to show her that I love it. And she's got decent taste. But that's neither here nor there. So today's video is going to really focus on what I think about the Michelle Rowling, I think it is, that situation, and it's also going to be my show of support for Tommy Sotomayor. So basically, in a nutshell, we all know, unfortunately, this girl was murdered. Now, depending on how you look at it, it's an unfortunate thing, or nobody feels bad. I never rejoice in people's passing, even though I know the circumstances of her death are dubious on the grounds of I believe that was never reported there was a breaking and entering into the apartment, which either means he had a key or she let him in. But what I take issue with is now the family having a backlash, her friends having a backlash. So this portion of the video is directly aimed at you, especially her male relatives. Understand, gentlemen, that this woman was brutalized. She was beaten. She was stabbed. This man made an attempt on her life, and you fucking cowards did nothing. But now all of a sudden, because one man decides he's going to give a general opinion, and you don't like how it was presented, you want to start throwing snack packs and having titty fits. Well, I have something to tell you, gentlemen. You guys need to have a Coke and a smile. Shut the fuck up. Because you didn't give a damn about your sister. Because if you gave a damn, this man, the first time he even blacked her eye, would have got his ass whooped. The first time he put his hands on her and beat her up pretty bad, this motherfucker would have been 6 feet under. The first time this nigga stabbed her, you know what you would have done? You would have got her and those kids out of that situation. And then, like real men, you would have done one of two things. Either you would have did him yourself, or you would have pushed the police and the district attorney to get this man put away. You know what you would have done? You would have got your sister some help. Because apparently the girl was dealing with some type of variation of Stockholm Syndrome. The man who's whooping her ass, she's defending. But you fucking coons, fucking Sambos, you goddamn moon crickets and jungle bunnies wasn't gonna do shit. But now that there's slow singing, Sweet Flower bringing and slow singing, you want to get upset because a man has an opinion. For your so-called friends, which is strange, because we all know this woman, unlike other women who have very extreme cases who die at the hands of their abusers, this woman had access to her friends and her family. And you jackasses stood idly by. And you let this man take her life. You didn't give a damn about your sister or your friend. You didn't give a damn about your niece and your nephew, your grandchildren. You didn't give a shit. So I think it's only fair that you shut the fuck up and deal with your shame. Because if you cared, you would have done everything in your power to prevent what the fuck happened here. And instead of it being a lesson learned so others may draw strength from it, you want to fight somebody. You want to kill somebody. You know who you should kill? Because the man that you should kill is in jail. You should kill yourself. You should. I'm not going to tell you that you really should go and literally do it or even contemplate it. But the fact that the shame should kill you is enough. It's punishment enough. You should spend the rest of your fucking life knowing that you could have saved her life and you did nothing. You stood by. So I don't want to hear your outrage for one man's opinion. The only outrage you should have is at yourself. You see, this is why men like Tariq Nasheed, Tommy Sotomayor, Jason Black are saying what they're saying. This is why young men like myself, having recognized it and have my own view, but still agree with theirs, and starting to say what I say. This is why we say it. Because we all got to wonder, where was her father? Why wasn't her father in the situation? Why is it that when young black girls are brutalized by their men, that their fathers are not there? Not one word is heard from the father. Not one word for some male relative that's not a punk-ass, sedity-ass nigga was there to protect her. And this is the thing that we as a black people have to stop doing. And this is why I support him. This is why I stand up and I say that I support the ratchets being eliminated from the equation. This is why I stand up and I say that we need black fathers in the homes. This is why I stand up and I support Tommy when he says that black women are the worst stewards of children on the planet. This is why I stand up and support Tommy when he says, black men, you need to get away from these black women. If you read the Facebook post, you'll see that there was nothing but black whores up and down the fucking thread trying to put the battery in the back of these men to do something so fucking stupid to get rid of someone that they don't like. And you dumb niggas will be so stupid to follow along with it while your punk ass is in jail worrying about picking up soap. She gonna be out there doing whatever with her white daddy or whoever else she's selling herself out there for. Demeaning you and spitting on your name. This is why I support Tommy. Because we have to call out the ratchetness. You see, people who support these coons like Clifton Rainey, the Night Hag Jeannie Burlesque, everybody's favorite porch monkey and Uncle Tom, Tyrone Thompson, and this mysterious pseudo-intellectual by the name of Black Sudoku. You see, these are the people that are really bad for our community. And I'm not saying Tommy Sotomayor is perfect, because sometimes the delivery can fuck up the message for some people. But when you have a man that will sit up there and say, you know what? I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm going to call this shit out. I'm going to say from my point of view what I saw and let you know what I think. If you got to get so up in arms about an opinion, then maybe that opinion has some truth to you. Maybe because you can't stand there and look at your own self, eye to eye in the mirror, and say with a clean conscience, that ain't me. Truth hurt, don't it? Oh yeah, truth hurts. Because if it didn't hurt, you wouldn't get mad. So see, Mrs. Sotomayor, why I support you is because you say the shit like, well, quoting Bernie Mac, you say the shit that motherfuckers are scared to say. And then there's motherfuckers like me who realize you ain't got to be scared to say what you feel. You ain't got to be PC to speak the truth. So when more people are coming out and saying what they got to say, saying what's on their mind, calling out the pathetic bullshit that exists in our community, we begin to become a rising voice. I don't look at you, Tommy, as a leader. I look at you as one man who says what's on his mind. I look at you as one man who sees what's going on in the world and gives his opinion. And I respect that, because when I look around in my own community in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, New York, what you say you see when you travel is what I see here on a daily basis. And it is an encouragement to me that when you encourage me to step up and speak out, we can become the changes we want to see. We can be those men that stand up and say, no more. We got to do something. To my followers who have started to follow me this week, I appreciate you. Because most of you men and women also support Tommy, Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black. And if you don't know these men, you need to go know them. No, they don't have all the answers, but they got their experience. These men have been here a lot longer than I have. And they've seen a bit more than I've seen. But the one common uniting factor, and is why I throw my support behind them, is because we're tired. We're tired of black men being devalued by our women, by our society. We're tired of these black women not being accountable. We're tired of these black children dealing with a Holocaust is completely unreported. I won't even say unreported. We're dealing with a black Holocaust that is far more destructive and far more painful than we could ever hope to really understand. And I'm not saying it in a way to take away from the Jewish Holocaust, because what happened to them was unimaginable. I support Tommy Sotomayor simply because when it boils down to, there are going to be two types of black people. The black people who see the world that they live in and recognize amongst themselves that we are a people that are a dying breed, that we're going to go the way of the dodo if we don't change. And you have an element of coons, bed wenches, and hood boogers, wannabe thugs, Clifton Rainey, and wannabe knowledgeable people. You know, these pseudo-intellectuals like Black Sudoku and Tyrone Thompson, who sit there and sprint pretty little pictures, but afraid to tell the truth. Now, black people, here's why I think you should support Tommy. Because if one man has the balls to get up, say what he thinks, and that one man can encourage others to stand up and say what they think, then eventually that same man has a lot to share with us. He's got a lot of information that he's seen in his life to pass on. And a lot of other men like him have seen the same things. And he encourages a brotherhood. He encourages all black people. He encourages all black people to wake up before it's too late. So, in closing, why I support Tommy is because he's one man trying to make a difference. The reason why I speak up now is because I can't take any more of the bullshit I see in my community. Why I support Jason Black is because I can't idly stand by and not band together with men with like-minded purpose to see their community become better. And why I'm out to destroy coons like Tyrone Thompson, Clifton Rainey, the Night Hag, Jeannie Burlesque, is because as long as people like those exist, they will be the destruction of my community. And how I'm going to destroy them? I'm going to put my support behind real people that are fighting for a change. And then I'm going to stand up and put my 2 cents in. And maybe, just maybe, as the voice starts to grow, we as a black people will see the changes we've been crying for. We can see the sickness and affliction in our society. And just maybe, when enough voices, enough people have had enough, we'll finally be able to completely undo what we've done to ourselves.